What else do we have?
The first question comes from Kai. They ask, how can I maintain my charisma while battling mental health? Context, I have body dysmorphic disorder and depression.
Body dysmorphic disorder, which is Kai, I assume, is a guy. Is body dysmorphic disorder oftentimes for men where they think that they need to be bigger?
It's just anytime
It
you.
can be so.
Well, I believe it's anytime that you your brain doesn't allow you to see yourself objectively. You see in the mirror whatever you
It could be both.
perceive as yourself.
You could be a skinny guy and think that you're not skinny and that you need to lose weight. You could be a skinny guy and think that you're
Got it.
too skinny and you need to be more muscular.
You just need to have an ideal that is not you, and no matter, you can never
The
get
biggest
there.
thing is body dysmorphia, I think, is defined as, okay, 10 other people are going to define objective reality. And they're going to write down if you're skinny, if you're regular, if you're fat,
Yeah.
if you're jacked. And then you're going to write it down. And those 10, 9 of them say healthy skinny.
Yeah.
And you come back chubby and gross.
Yeah.
That's what body dysmorphia is.
The definition is a psychological disorder in which a person becomes obsessed with imaginary defects in their appearance.
Interesting.
So it's like you could say like I have a big nose, and now forever the first thing you see in the mirror is that nose, and that you're always
Got it,
gonna.
got
But
it.
it doesn't have to be imaginary.
Well,
Actually, right?
so here's the thing. It's every defect is imagined, right? You know, why focus on any part of your body to the exception? We'll get to your question, but it seems that we all have body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Some of us just have more crippling
I agree.
body dysmorphia.
I agree.
And in fact, everyone I know, or many people that I know, are affected by the way that they think that they look when other people would say it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like don't worry about it. So I guess this is just a severe case is what you're describing. Okay, so let's return to the question. He's got body dysmorphia, and what did he want to know?
How do I maintain my charisma while battling these mental? Yeah.
So I would say do the battling first. You know, that I wouldn't worry about maintaining your charisma while. It seems like there is a priority that ought to be given here, and the priority is to rectifying, feeling better about yourself. I don't know if you agree, but they seem to be different orders of charisma is a skill that you can develop, and I think is absolutely worthwhile to do, but it seems like you should put your time and attention into the foundational thing, which is your mental health. I don't know if you...
So my only question would be, we have a lot of people that email us that say things like, thank you so much for your video. Thank you so much for your course. I had depression and your stuff really helped.
Yeah.
So those people are benefiting from focusing on their charisma and their confidence.
Got it. So perhaps this would be the addendum is, it sounds like you're feeling like you're falling down on the job of being charismatic. So if you do want to practice the tools that we talk about to be more charismatic while you're struggling with this stuff, make it only a cherry on top. It's only worth doing and worth continuing out if it makes you continually feel better.
Yeah.
But if feeling like you're not doing enough of your charisma stuff is adding to the compounding the problem of feeling worse, this is not on your plate right now, is what I would say. What you get a plate and you get a bonus dessert only if it's helpful for you.
No, because I would, as I think about it, I would guess that, let's say you have body dysmorphia, you think you have a huge nose, right? Or you think you are disgustingly fat, but really you're just normal, semi out of shape person. And then you do work on your charisma instead of your diet or whatever. And people start to react better to you because what you weren't doing was smiling or making eye contact or introducing yourself or touching. And so now you hug your friends and you laugh and you smile and and the reception you get is better. And maybe you go, oh, it's not that I'm a disgusting human. It's not that I look terrible.
Yeah.
It's that I wasn't doing these other things.
Sure.
I think that's where it could help, is if you start to get that positive feedback and you go, oh, people weren't ignoring me because I have a big nose. They were ignoring me because I sat quietly, looked at my feet, and never spoke.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I could imagine it would help. It's tough. Unfortunately, it's another example of a question I wish I had more context for.
So I think there is a bridge here, and charisma is a skill when you look at it, but it has foundations in confidence and self-esteem. As does body dysmorphia, I imagine, is affected by. So it seems like the bridge between these two is self-esteem. And so for you, what I would recommend in particular is to hit them both at the same time. And I think an excellent way to do that is a book called 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. It's got practices, sentence completions that you'll do, but 6 core practices that lead to increased self-esteem. And none of them are going to be prohibited in any way by where you are with your mental health with regards to your body. In fact, I think it could help you start to reclaim some of that that power that seems to have been ceded.
Yeah, and we've recommended that book a lot. I think it's probably worth clarifying. That is not a book for people with low self-esteem.
No.
That is not a book for people that are in a bad place, because you found that book was really helpful in quitting your job and starting this business.
No, it's an amazing book.
Yeah.
I mean, it's top 5 or 6 that I've ever read.
I just want to say it's for everyone. You know, people who are like, oh, Charlie always recommends this book, but I'm not. And then, you know, they think it's only for a certain. This book's incredible for almost everyone, because it just helps you have a happier life, have higher self-esteem, and do more of the things that you're scared to do.
Sure.
That's how I would describe it.
And if you have further context, it's tough to give. What do you mean working charisma?
Yeah.
What do you mean? So if there's more that you'd like to add, maybe next week we can fill in. But I think that's it for now. What else?
It's always tough because it's like, is your body dysmorphia preventing you from talking to people because you have anxiety? Are you talking to people a bunch and it's draining so you don't have time to go to the gym? Which it's like, I don't know. This could go so many ways.
Yeah.